We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Downfield and caught by Thornton. Score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
19 tight, 19 tight. Get it? Stop it away. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's to his rookie wideout from Wisconsin. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Genty. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Hey, go!
first down. It's Jeanty. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Come on. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Go! Cougar 19. Check smash. Check smash. Let go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
19-18. '70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Ready, right?
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass right side caught by Thornton. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He's got room past the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Short throw caught by Bowers. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. 2nd and 2. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Come on. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Panther 11. Panther. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pushes him over. And he had no room to run as he's tackled. Down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
But
not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Raiders 10. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wear down the other defense. We'll see.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On the handoff, it's Laube. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Ready.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
18 Cardinal. Rig.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk.
It over, we step aside.
On the set.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Mustang 19.
2nd and 9 now. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Let's go now. Bronco leading, 19 Riot. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Raiders have got him.
Micah Parsons.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, That's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 5.
Ready?
Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Second down and a yard.
Go! Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Buccaneers first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Panther 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Working downfield. He's got Thornton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Horton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Nice. First ball 80.
At the 37-yard line.
Dragon 60. Ready, ready?
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
70 Lions. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
19, Pioneer, Cougar 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Cub 19, Cub 19. Let go.
They'll drop the throw. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Trap 60, trap 60. Warrior 70.
Second and 15. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
18 Rattler. 7, Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard
Here we go.
line.
Mustang 19, Viking 18. Go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Bronco 80. Ready?
Back to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
Let's go.
At the 10-yard line.
Cougar 19. Check up.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
They're on the 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. They've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go. 19, 18, go check, go check. Check smash, check smash. Let's go.
2nd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Trap 50, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves, 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Derek Hall. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Third and 20.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready. 70 line. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule. He's told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
He'll drop to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. To throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. to throw now on first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Second and 6.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up third down.
On third down, here's Walker. And he'll be forced to dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Gotta be lying.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Short throw caught by Bowers. And
he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 9 now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Check.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now he's going to step up and run. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Loose inside the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 42. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's good for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith-Njigba
From 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ready,
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's 1st and goal.
Get it. Let go.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warriors 70s.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
60 Bobcat. Let's go now. 60 Maverick. 6-19 type.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that, not at all what they were hoping for. He does stop the clock, but it eats up precious time and winds up losing yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now just 1 more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Seahawks, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.